Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Ladies Listen Up. And today is Hump Day Wednesday. And yes, we are going to talk about our money today, right? So before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. Go nudge a girlfriend or somebody and say, come on over to Oasis Wellness of Life. They got some good going on over there. So I hope everybody is enjoying their week. And ooh, let's grab a little sip. Ooh, it might be a little hot today. I go on these little tangents with the teas, and I like real potent, strong taste, and sometimes those potent, strong tastes they'll get you right here, right? I hope everybody is doing well, and I appreciate all of the feedback and the comments, and that everything is, everything's coming together, and it's really, really, you may not, one episode may not hit something that you're looking for, but somebody down the line might need that information. So glad to know that this is of help, right? Our conversations, right? Wanted to do a great big shout out for my computer, I want to say guru extraordinaire, who keeps us up and floating, going and going and going. Dr. Fix It is dficomputers.com. Give him a shout out, y'all. He does amazing, fantastic work. And again, I so appreciate you, sir, for keeping our computers and keeping us up and going, right? Well, all right then. Wait a minute. I think I bumped into our little background scenery here. It's got a little lean on it today, y'all. But anyways, we're gonna keep it moving and keep it going. Oh yeah, it's got a little lean, y'all, but you see the point of it, right? The flowing waters and just the beauty. And sometimes you can drive and look up and you will see how beautiful the sky has formed the clouds, or you'll see how, like right now, it is snowing in Michigan. The trees are full of snow, right? And so where I sit out and look out out the window, and I tell you, it's beautiful. But it's like, how do you see things, right? I think it is Coach Michael. Thank you. He says the way you look at things, the things change. When you look at things differently, they change. Oh my gosh, I can't get it right today. When you look at things differently, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I knew it was floating around here somewhere. But anyways, enough of my little crazy tangent rants. Let's go on over to Grandma's cookie jar and see what Grandma's cookie jar have in store for us today. You are a limited edition. You are a limited edition. Now, don't we need to hear that on Hump Day Wednesday when it's in the middle of the week, not at the beginning, not at the end? We still looking forward to that TGIF, right? To Friday. Anyways, you learn something every day if you pay attention, right? And that's the key, walking around conscious, right? When I start walking around conscious and, I start seeing things behind things, right? Okay, so what is the real meaning of that? And I'm not talking about being paranoid or anything like that, but I'm talking about really seeing what is the real true meaning. Like if you look back there, some people will look and they'll say, her picture is crooked. And some people say, wow, that water is beautiful, the living waters, right? That sun beaming out of the trees, right? That is so beautiful. So it's really the way that you look at things. Are we looking at things in a positive manner? Or are we looking at things looking for the negative, right? Anyway, that energy like karma comes back to us, right? So I wanted to talk about Isn't She Great? It's a 2000, came out in 2000, and it starred Bette Midler, and Nathan Lane. It was amazing. I love that movie because it talks about our topic today. Our topic today is a specific goal, right? And clear goals. Like, what is your specific target? When you look at everything, and we've been talking about our journals, right? We've been talking about, where are we going in this thing called life? What is our mission? What is our vision for ourselves, for our lives? So what is it that you really want to accomplish, right? I know I'll use my youngest daughter for an example. Her goal was to be a mom, right? Now, not just to be a mom, and that's a huge goal, but I see how she lights up around her children, how, even though it's busy with her twins and everything, she really embraces motherhood, right? And so that's success, right? So what is it that you have in your life that you are targeting that goal and you are focusing in on it? What is it that you really, really want? Like our movie today, Isn't She Great with Bette Midler, right? she did an amazing job. Her and Nathan Lane did a phenomenal job in the movie, along with some other greats, but focusing in on their relationship and what does this have to do with our money? And we focus in and key in on our this is what I want my money to look like. Like for instance, I'll put me on the hot seat today myself. So my goal has been to be successful, right? And successful to me meant being able to create and build a legacy for my children and my children's children, right? For myself, but this is for my family, right? And myself and my cousin, we said we were going to change the face of our family, right? Basically be the heroes in our family to change any type of oppression or poverty. We wanted to be able to do that. So we went to work at doing that. Now, yes, does life happen and things, ups and downs and the twists and turns of life? Absolutely they happen. But what he and I went on the same road, sometimes going down different paths, but the same road. And things still come, knock you down, you jump back up. Knock you down, you jump back up, right? Dust it off and get back up. So I love that in this movie, Bette Midler, her character, was she in her mind, she just wanted to be great. She wanted to have mass love. That was hers, right? Yours can be whatever you want it to be. But her goal was mass love. And so how was she going to go about doing this, right? And that means one of her focuses was, well, her focus initially was to be in movies and be on commercials and, that way, right? That route didn't work so well for her. But when she met Nathan Lane, and that's why, waiting for a great partner in your life, whether it's a romantic partner or a business partner, vetting out people as you go along and having that perfect partner, if you will, as perfect as possible in your circle helps you to obtain your goals, right? So having that clear, specific goal is like that's the main key. But then all of the people around you help you to get that. And see, I share these things because these are things that I didn't understand. I mean, sometimes you have, messages downloaded into your brain, and it's like, how do I go about doing that? I always knew that there had to be a better way. There had to be a better way with our money than just, paycheck to paycheck. We know that's a scary ride. You're always tense because it's paycheck to paycheck, right? How am I going to take care of this? Or more month than money? That's the reality. I believe the statistics are, I heard one of the gurus say yesterday that 94% of the population live from paycheck to paycheck. I said, wow, that is huge. I believe it was in the 94%. Don't quote me. I may be a little bit off with that, but it was around that mark. So living that paycheck to paycheck, how do we reverse that? And in the movie, that Midler's character, she wanted mass love and she wanted to be great. And when she kept doing the things, but when she got that partner, that synergy, that energy, he had one part of the puzzle, meaning he had the connections and she was the talent, right? So when they actually married and had a wonderful life together, but she did finally reach that goal. He had an ideal, write a book, right? And she went about, what am I going to do? What am I going to write in this book? What do you know? And she wrote a book about what she knew and got rejected from publisher after publisher after publisher after publisher. She got rejected, but bingo, right in the midst of some other things. And I won't do a spoiler alert until the whole movie, but it's a great movie. If you look behind the scenes of things, it really, really helps us and gives us a great message. And the message is that, isn't she great, right? You are great, right? And we just have to grow it and we have to cultivate it and water it. And just like with the bamboo tree, we may water it and water it and water it. First of all, we got to put that seed in all that dirt, right? We're digging through that dirt. And then we have to water it, manage it, maintain it, make sure weeds don't clog it up. We have to pour water on it. And it may be years and years of pouring that water. But guess what? All of a sudden that bamboo tree starts to wiggle and the roots are deep down in the ground and they're absorbing all the nutrients that is needed. Like with us, we're educating ourselves, attending seminars, reading books, attending podcasts such as this. Even if I'm in your ear only 10 minutes a day, but it's an encouraging word. Somebody else telling you that you are great, that you are amazing, right? So in the movie, she kept going. She met Nathan Lane. He had one part, she had one part. They pulled it together, and then boom, they blew up. And she did turn into something very, very great. But also, this is the thing, ladies. When we talk about, partnering with the right partners, right? You must we must make sure that we are partnering with someone that does really have our best interest at heart, and that it's not a me by me thing, but if it's a we by we thing, then make sure that you are on that harmony, right? That the relationship is it has harmony there, right? And that the goal is for both to be successful. Because in the movie, the husband who Nathan Lane became the husband, he got that whole thing about, isn't she great? But now he's lost in the sauce, right? So that's something that you want to make sure that you even out with your partner, and that you all have the ability to work through those difficult situations, because, he started feeling that way. There's some famous couples that became an issue because one party, either something happened to where they won. Like think about the Toni Braxton story with her sisters, right? But what I love about Toni Braxton and her sisters is the fact that she said, once I make it, I'm coming back. We're all going to make it. And what did she do? She kept her word, and they all became, who they are today. So I think that's the thing about genuine relationships. If one or something happens where one just blows up, you want to make sure that your partner blows up as well, right? And I think that's wonderful that we don't leave anybody behind. So it's just amazing. I'm so excited about, the journey that we're all on together. 2023 is amazing already. It's going to be phenomenal for all of us. No matter what happens, we shake it off and we get back up and we keep going, right? So Hump Day Wednesday, remember, just wanted us to all remember, isn't she great? And if it's a male watching, isn't he great, right? I love to be able to inspire greatness in everybody. That's one of Les Brown's, one of his mantras is, the greatness inside of us. And we all have greatness inside of us. We all have a unique fingerprint, a unique thumbprint, a unique birthmark, if you will, right? We all have greatness inside of us. So that was one of the movies that I watched it a while ago, and then years ago actually, and then I dusted off because it stayed in my mind. That's one of the things too. When you expand your brain, it never goes back to its original size, right? To expand it for more information, and sometimes we might get that information, put it in a composition book, and put it on a shelf. But you always know where that information is, so you're able to go back when it's ready for it to explode. So I just believe we all are going to do some wonderful, great things this year in 2023, and we're starting off on a great foot. However, it doesn't just happen by happenstance, right? It doesn't just automatically, fall in your lap. It's something that we must do every single day. Get up, no matter if you feel like it or not. Work out, right? Get the exercise in. Hydrate. Get the proper nourishment in. Get the night before. Get the proper rest, the proper sleep. All of these things, I'm preaching to the choir, right? I'm talking to myself. All these things are the things that keep us way where we should be in order to achieve those great things. So we started off by talking about a specific target and talking about clear goals, right? And that's the first thing. We have to write it down. We have to make it plain. What is it that you want? And then stay focused on it. We might pivot a little bit because it just takes pivoting. And as we're educating ourselves, going along the way, another great that was Lisa Nichols. She attended the seminar on how to, I believe it was ROIs, to understand what return on investment was, and or taking a company public, all of those in that same vein. She attended 40 something times, 41 times, I believe was the number, right? 41 times. So think about what type of determination it took to actually pay for and attend the same seminar 40 something times. So you have to rewind these videos or rewind the conversations, rewind them. I go back and I pull some nuggets out of them myself, and I say, you know what? Wow, that is true. A reminder for me to stay on target, for me to stay clear with where I'm going and what I'm doing. That is huge for especially understanding and knowing who you are, right? That is a good understanding to know. I know that I'm right brain creative. So I have to make myself stay balanced, because I'll keep creating. I'm telling you, I will create and create and put it on the shelf, create. But what are you doing with that? Where is it going? What are you doing, right? So that's the message for today. Today, in essence, isn't he or she great, right? And to pull that greatness out, we learn different ways of getting there. So if we didn't get it when we were growing up, okay, we understand most people don't. But as we continue to go and grow, we get greater and better and better and better. And before we know it, we've hit that target. And then guess what? It's time to enjoy it for a minute, get right back on the horse, and go to that next goal, right? Because we're always growing, evolving, getting better, better, greater, and greater. So I hope that was helpful for someone today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. Listen, learn, and I did leverage this information. Alrighty, bye for now. Y'all stay fearless.